Pixels screaming out from the CRT haze. Warriors locked in those electric displays. Blow after blow for the high score throne. Retro gods fighting till the king is known. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Machines chasing glory through the digital scenes. Press or perish, the mantra tonight. Trophy dreams glowing bold in the fight. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. This are spinning cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide here in flames. Legends forged in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Spinning cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide here in flames. Legends forged in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Once more.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I had to unplug my mic and plug it back in. I don't know why it wasn't working, but we're good now. All right, it is time to do the drawing for Season 9 of Retro Gaming League. You're going to find out who your opponents are each and every week for all 17 weeks. And we will also be telling you the schedule for week 1 right away today, because we're going to know it just based on how the ducks are drawn. We're also going to do the Season 9 rules for the season in general. We'll have that all for you today. Wookie Dome in the house. What's going on? We got 1FG in here as well, the defending champ. All right. Without further ado, let's get to the rules first. We're going to make you guys wait a little bit longer for who your opponents are, because we're evil like that here. So let's do this. Season 9 General Rules. Here we go. This league is intended to be a friendly, fun competition. Friendly banter is encouraged. We have zero tolerance for negativity, bullying, or anything deemed unfriendly. Pages that do not comply with this will be disqualified and unable to ever compete again. We've had several of those lately we've had to take care of, but it's fine. They removed themselves, essentially. Okay, general information about the season. Week 1 will start on September 15th, here in about a week and 3 days, I believe. Each week will start officially at midnight, Eastern Standard Time, on Monday, and runs have to be completed by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Pretty standard stuff like it's been in the past. Bake Baker in the house, what's going on? Each game used, I say 1FG should start at negative 100 points. Dr. Poop Deck, what's going on? Welcome in. Just going over the general rules here. Each game will have its own set of rules and guidelines for scoring, which will be announced prior to the start of the week. That's what we've always done in the past. Nothing changed there. All game files will be made available in the League Discord chat, which we're going to post here pretty soon, right after the stream. We'll get all the files there for you guys. Schedule consists of 17 weeks of regular season play. We do have 2 built-in bye weeks for you guys because with the holidays towards the end of the year, we know people get busy and have things to do. So the week of Thanksgiving, we will not be competing. And the 2 weeks over Christmas and New Year break, we will not be competing as well. So you guys can spend time with the fam and have a good holiday and not have to fret about getting a run in or anything like that, because it can be challenging for some. I totally get it, myself included. All right, more info. Platforms we will allow runs from this season are Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure you stream from one of those 3 and we're good. We'll have no problems. A new rule this year, our timers are required on screen for your run to be counted. There's been pages in the past that have not had counters on their streams. Make sure you do. If you have any questions about how to set that up, feel free to hit up one of the judges in the Discord chat or anybody in there, and I'm sure they can get you pointed in the right direction. It's pretty simple, pretty standard stuff. Shouldn't be too challenging for most people. Games have to be played on original hardware or on an emulation of some type. We will specify which emulations we'll allow each week. Pretty basic stuff. Not going to be too stickler on the emulation part. As in previous seasons, you'll have 2 extensions for the season that you can use if something comes up. We're human. We have lives. I get it. No extensions can be made on the final week of the season or for the playoffs. So if you're going to use them, you have to use them before week 16, because after that, we will not honor them just because of the significance and the timing of everything. For an extension, we need to be notified no later than Friday of that week, or it will not be honored. We do, again, emergencies do come up. We've had them in the past for some people, and we will still allow those. But if it's just because you want an extension because it's an hour before the deadline and you didn't test anything out and all you're just throwing your game up there and it's crashing on you, you're SOL at that point. So plan accordingly. You have a whole week to get the runs in, plenty of time. If an extension is used, you have to have the run completed by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time the next day, Monday, to be counted and scored. It does back up the scoring for us in the results show when that happens. So if we can avoid those, that'd be great. But if we have to do it, I totally understand. That's why we have them built in there for you. Again, we all have lives outside of this. All right, we've kind of already done this already this past week. Signups will be limited to the first 12 pages that register. We've already done that. Any pages beyond that will become alternates should one of the original 12 have to withdraw from the competition for some reason. If at any point we have an odd number of pages, that means there's going to be a page with no opponent. The page with no opponent that week will have to beat the total average score of everyone else to get considered a victory that week. We don't give free victories here, so no runs are bad. 2 no-shows will result in automatic removal from the league. be sure that you know that this is a little bit of a commitment before you do sign up. Keep going on here. We have some more changes on some scoring and stuff. New this season, if you're watching this now, you've already pretty much figured this part out, but all league-related content, rules, results, and other additional content will be streamed live on YouTube channel each week. Be sure and subscribe there for all the content. We have big plans for the YouTube channel here. You've already seen a couple of the Vault videos we've done. We're going to recap past seasons just to keep the history fresh for everybody. We are looking at maybe doing some Q&A with you guys. If you guys are interested in being part of a Q&A session live, we can do that and get your name out there and get some promotion. We love to have that for you if you like. And just some other content too. We're going to have game history for each game this season as well. Kind of a podcast, if you will. That's going to be there as well. Why is my scroll bar for my chat not scrolling? What am I missing? Am I missing anything? No. Okay, perfect. So all kinds. It's going to be your one-stop shop here, essentially, for anything league related. It's going to be on this YouTube channel going forward as we kind of phase out Facebook, just for primarily just notification purposes only is what we're going to use Facebook for. There ain't going to be anything on there anymore otherwise. But like I said, you guys are here. You guys understand that already. All right. Game schedule for the season was completely determined prior to the season by the Ducks. We already know that schedule. So that's already done. Games will be drawn for the playoffs on a week-to-week basis, with the exception of one game, and we'll go over that here in just a moment. There is our Season 9 schedule. Week 1 is coming up on, that starts on the 15th. It's Strider 2. Week 2 is Bonk's Adventure. Week 3 is Samurai Showdown. Week 4 is Super Mario Bros. Melee. Week 5 is Operation C. Week 6 is Sonic CD. Week 7, Star Fox 64. Week 8, Prince of Persia Sands of Time for the Game Boy Advance. Week 9 is Jim Power for Super Nintendo. Week 10, Kid Nicky. Week 11, Mega Man 8 for the Sega Saturn. Week 12 is Splatterhouse. Week 13, Gimmick. Week 14 is Salamander for the Famicom. Week 15 is Blazing Lasers. Week 16 is Metroid Prime. And Week 17 is Kirby Superstar. You see 3 little blanks there. Playoffs to be determined. We have Journey to Silius. And we also have Virtual Boy Wario Land. It'll be 2 of those 3 spots. The 3rd spot will be up to our defending champion, One Forsaken Gaming. As a champion perk, he gets to swap 1 week during the regular season with a game of his choice on a whim, but you'll be notified before the week starts. And whatever that game is will be the first game we use in the playoffs. So for example, let's say week 13 he swaps Gimmick. That would be the first playoff game we do, and his game choice would be on week number 13. Wookie Dome says, can't wait for week 3. Samurai Showdown is my jam. I love this. We got 2 fighting games back to back, too, so if you guys are into fighting games, you get those early. But that's how the schedule's going to work. That's the game schedule for season number 9. And now we're talking about what we're doing today. Schedule will be determined prior to the season by Duck Races, assigning each page a number between 1 and 12. This number will determine your schedule for the season. We've already mentioned it is 17 weeks of regular season play. All weeks except for week number 9 and 17 will be individual head-to-head matchups. You will face each page head-to-head at least 1 time. There's going to be a little bit of overlap. You will have a couple pages will play, a couple pages more than once. Week 9 and 17 are free-for-all weeks, where it will be every page for itself in a everyone versus everyone matchup, just like we did last season. I just mentioned this. The defending champion has the right to swap any game of his choosing prior to the start of that week. Game that is swapped will become the first game used in the playoff round. Here is what the schedule is going to look like once we have your once you get assigned your number, it'll make a little bit more sense to you. We do start, like I said, September 15th. Week 9 and 17 are the free-for-all weeks, where it's everybody versus everybody. We are adjusting the scoring significantly on those, so it isn't going to be the big point discrepancies it was last year. It's going to be a tiered system for the scoring on those, and I'll show you that, guys, in just a moment. Our final week, week 17, ends on February 1st. With the double bye week for Christmas and New Year's, and the bye week there for the week of Thanksgiving. Every other week, we are going strong, competing. Here's the way the scoring for the head-to-head weeks will work. 2 points for a win, 1 point for a loss. If you don't run, you're not getting anything from us. 0 points. Plus, that's a strike against you for the no-show policy. Bonus 1 point for best run of the week. New this year, though, you guys can earn an additional point, win or loss, if you get a game completion for that week. So you can lose and still technically get 2 points. A little bit of an incentive to get some game completions this season. Scoring for the free-for-all week. This is what I was just mentioning. It's a little different this time. A little more balanced, if you will. First place for the week will get 5 points. Second and third place that week will get 4 points. Fourth, fifth, and sixth place gets 3 points. 7th, 8th, and 9th place gets 2 points. And 10th, 11th, and 12th place will get 1 point. There is no bonus point those weeks for run of the week, but you still can get the bonus point for a game completion. So if several pages complete the game, they'll get whatever place they finish, plus the additional bonus point for the game completion. So that's a little bit different than last year. New this season. 3 of the 4 judges I know for a fact are now moderators at speedrun.com, yours included. We're going to look at rules established for those runs for speedrun.com as guidelines to help us establish our individual game rules each week. Some of these may be exactly the same, but some may have some differences also. In addition, we're going to be telling you guys what the current world record is for each game we use this season, as it is on speedrun.com. If anybody does get a world record on any week on any game, we'll let you know, so you can go to their website and make it official and have yourself a world record. If you guys aren't familiar with speedrun.com, we'll get you filled in on that if you do happen to break somebody's mark, because God knows we want to shout you out for doing it. If you beat somebody, let's go. All right, playoffs. When it comes time to the playoffs after week 17. Captain, we going fast. What's going on? Welcome in. All active competing pages this season will qualify for one of the 2 playoffs. There's going to be 2 brackets. The top 8 pages will be in the championship bracket. The bottom 4 pages will be in the consolation bracket. So everybody qualifies for some form of playoffs. If there are any questions on anything whatsoever, message us or check us out on the server for Discord. You're all there now, and a member of the team will answer your question as soon as possible. Myself, Classic and Current Gaming. You can also reach out to One Forsaken Gaming, Bake Baker, or Uber Famicom, as we're all judges. And as in seasons past, yes, there's 3 of us out of the 4 of us competing. None of us will be judging our own runs. That just does not happen. It hasn't happened for 8 seasons prior, and it's not going to happen for however many more we go beyond this. It's not allowed. That's why we have a 2-judge system. One judge looks at the run, the other judge confirms the run, and the person involved with either is not involved. For example, if it was myself versus Uber Famicom one week, neither one of us would have a say in that. It would be up to One Forsaken Gaming and Bake Baker to judge both our runs. You can't be against your opponent. You can't be against yourself. So that's how we judge here. And contrary to popular belief, you heard otherwise at times. Thank you guys for all the support over the years, and let's have an amazing season 9, shall we? All right, this is really what you guys are here for. You guys are ready to see some ducks. I'm ready to give you some ducks. Are you guys ready for some ducks? Here we go. All right. You see all of us lined up in a beautiful little row there. Bake Baker, I'm the wild card. Yes. We're going to have a total of 11 races today for you, 30 seconds each. Each winning duck will be assigned a number for the league for the schedule. Starting with number 1. Whoever crosses the finish line first will be page number 1. Whoever crosses the second race first will be page number 2, so on and so forth. And that will be your page number assignment for the schedule. And I will show you that after the stream. We'll have the schedule up for you so it makes more sense. But we will tell you your opponent, because the way the schedule works, it's going to be the first number 1 team versus the number 2 team. So the first 2 page ducks to cross this line will be opponents in week 1. 3 and 4 the same way, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. So let's figure out who we're against in week 1. Well, like I said, we'll have the complete schedule posted after the stream so it makes more sense to everybody. And if you have questions, hit us up in Discord. Let's race, shall we? Race number 1 is underway. Who's going to be page number 1? It doesn't mean anything but a number, but it does determine who you're against. Right now, Mr. G's Game Lab wants to be number 1. And nobody wants to be number 1 now. That looks like Captain might be number 1. Well, it makes sense because, you know, he does pilot a ship. So he should be the best at sailing. And he is. There you go, guys. Captain Tendo is page number 1. Let's find out who he's going to be against in week number 1. I know it's not fair because he's a pilot of a ship, but I figured he was going to win the first race. All right, race number 2. Who will Captain Tendo be facing in week number 1 for Strider 2? Could we have a rematch? That could be interesting. One Forsaken Gaming for week 1? Captain's duck with the COVID mask. Or is it going to be me? It's going to be me! Wow! Okay then. I guess I better start practicing. Me and Captain Tendo in week 1 on Strider 2. That should be fun. Who's going to be page number 3? Here we go. Wookie Dome creeping ahead for first currently with his green star duck. Wait a minute. It looks like Uber wants that 3rd spot. All right. Uber Famicom, page number 3. So we're going to do our 4th race. We'll see who Uber Famicom's opponent is in week number 1 for Strider 2 for the PlayStation 1. That's a Mortal Kombat mask. I mean, I like that better, honestly. We'll go with that. Retro Gaming for Life creeping up with his little cigar. He's smoking his way to the victory. Look at this. There it is. Retro Gaming for Life is page number 4. Wookie says, damn it, Uber stole my spot. So, Uber Famicom versus Retro Gaming for Life in week number 1 for Strider 2. Page number 5. Here we go. I smoked them literally. God, I love the Ducks, don't you? The Ducks are wonderful. We enjoy Ducks here. It's better than Wheels. It looks like our defending champ's going to be page number 5. There he is. One Forsaken Gaming, the defending champ. Trying to become the first ever page to repeat in the league. It's never been done before. No pressure. Alright, who gets the luxury of facing One Forsaken Gaming in week number 1 on Strider? Here we go. Let's see who it's going to be. Now everybody wants to lose, probably. Nobody wants to be Duck 6. We'll see what happens. Right now, Mr. G wants to be Duck 6. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Wookie Dome wants to be Duck number 6. I think so. There it is. One Forsaken Gaming versus Wookie Dome in week number 1 for Strider 2. We are halfway done with the races now. We have 6 more Ducks to go. 3 more matchups to determine. Week number 7, or Duck number 7 races underway for week number 1 positioning. If you guys want me to make you guys a schedule, I can do that too. Just reach out to me on Discord. It'll have pretty graphics and stuff if you like. I don't mind. And it don't cost you nothing because you guys are all awesome. Wookie throwing heat already. Get to defeat the champ. Look at that. Retro Gaming Stream is page number 7. He won the Summer Challenge too, so he's hot right now. He is the champion of Chrono Trigger for the Summer Challenge, and he competed in one last week and everybody else, and he still smoked us all. Although Sandblasted was right behind him in second, and yours truly just sucked and was last. But that's okay. Here we go with Duck Race number 8. Who's going to be Retro Gaming Stream's opponent in week number 1? A schedule will be awesome. Okay, I'll hook you up, Wookie. I'll get it to you. I'm gonna make a note of it right now, actually. I should have it probably this weekend at some point for you. Alright, Retro Gaming Stream versus Mr. G's Game Lab for week number 1. Mr. G's Game Lab will be page number 8. Okay, here we go. We have 4 pages left. We could possibly have a very interesting matchup in week number 1 if it pans out the way it could. A list of what platform the pages will be streaming on would be very useful too. Okay, if you guys can, we've kind of started that thread in Discord already, so make sure everybody chimes in on that so we can get everybody's pages, and it's going to get you some more follows too because everybody's going to follow everybody, so it's a win-win for all of us. So like Bake Baker said, be sure to check out the Discord and get in that thread we've started in the general one. Smiling Pluvius, one of 3 newcomers to the season, is page number 9. And he will be against one of these 3 pages for week number 1. We have Sandblasted Gaming, we have Ashton RTA, and we have who's it going to be? Nobody wants to take him on. I'm on all platforms. Here we go. Oh, it's the matchup I was hoping it'd be. What a juggernaut this one's going to be, folks. Smiling Pluvius versus Ashton RTA. And just so you guys know, both these guys speedrun. So that's going to be a hell of a matchup for week 1. Is it not? We have 2 Ducks left. We know they're against each other. We have Punchy versus Sandblasted as our final two ducks. We know they're facing each other. Which duck's going to be number 11 and which duck's going to be left and be number 12 is all that matters. It looks like Punchy is going to be number 11. Page 11. Which makes Sandblasted page 12. So, just because I feel bad, oh, it ain't gonna let me race him. Oh, I was gonna say Sandblasted could have his own race, but no. I just don't stream Facebook. I don't think very many of us do anymore. Alright, there it is. So, let me go backwards here a second, see if I can find the schedule, and try to explain that a little more to you on the rules thing. So, give me a second to do some sliding here. Get to it. Okay, here we go. So here's the schedule. So for example, week 1 we have Captain Tendo versus Classic Concurrent Gaming, Uber Famicom versus Retro Gaming for Life, One Forsaken Gaming versus Wookie Dome, Retro Gaming Stream versus Mr. G's Game Lab, Smiling Pluvius versus Ashton RTA, and Punchy Gaming versus Sandblasted. So you see how each page has a number there. If you go down a line, you see the next week is 922 to 928. I'm going to have a little graphic on the left-hand side where you see the guy's shadow that I'll post on YouTube, and you'll have your page number there, and you can see the page number and who you'll be against each week. So for example, week 2, it's going to be Ashton RTA versus Punchy Gaming. Smiling Pluvius will be against Mr. G's Game Lab. Captain Tendo Gaming versus Sandblasted. Retro Gaming for Life versus One Forsaken Gaming. Retro Gaming Stream versus Wookie Dome. And Classic Concurrent Gaming versus Uber Famicom for week 2. So that's how that works. But I'll have a graphic. It'll explain all that more in detail for you. All right, that's all we have for today. The next time you see me, we will have the rules video for week 1. Any questions while we got you guys here? Go ahead and shout them out. Any concerns, comments, whatever. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and I'll get cracking on some graphics for you guys so you guys can see the schedule in its full capacity, and we'll have the week 1 matchup video also done as well. I've got the template set up. It's just a matter of plugging everybody in where they need to go. So if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and close it here. We'll have the rules video next Sunday, which is September 14th, the day before Season 1 starts. And we'll go over the Week 1 rules for Strider 2. Once we get those established, we'll work on those this week for you. We'll have all the game files in Discord. If you don't have anything, it'll all be there for you. So check that out too. There's going to be some links to download stuff. I promise it's not anything that's going to give you a virus. It's a clean site. So if you see some weird links with some attachments to it, you're all good. Be sure and check it out. Okay. That's it for me, guys. We'll see you next Sunday. I'll get everything up on YouTube, like I said. Time to start practicing on. The champ said it best right there. And if anybody knows, it's the champ. Been RxDude22 from the Retro Gaming League signing out. Keep on gaming. See you on the next stream. Be good to each other. We'll see you next Sunday with Week 1 rules for Strider 2. Everybody have a great week. If you guys are interested in any kind of scheduling graphics, let me know. In Discord, I'll hook you up. I still got to get ROMs. We'll get them to you, Wookie. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Pixels screaming out from the CRT haze. Warriors locked in those electric displays. Blow after blow for the high score throne. Retro gods fighting till the king is known. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro Gaming League, we rise once more. Fingers fast on the ancient machine.